end users don't have access to what you're selling, you're not in business. And so one of the things that happens with anyone who is a business person or you're an entrepreneur is you must sell. You must learn how to sell. And how do you sell? You sell by talking. Once you can talk with a friend, and stuff like that, that is selling. Selling is talking to people, talking to friends, talking to family members, talking to relations, anybody and anyone around you. Be enthusiastic about what you do. You are the first salesperson of your business. If you cannot talk about what you're doing, status, you know, you put it there every morning. You talk to your families.
Social networks.
So anywhere, do you know, sir, I observe that every time I place some things on my WhatsApp, for instance, in a day, I can have minimum about 70 people visiting that place to see what I'm doing. So until you are visible, people will not know what you're doing. Someone talked about the fact that if you don't tell people about what you're doing, like someone blinking in the dark, and they're not able to see you. So you need to talk. Tell people what you do. Broadcast it. Let them say that your mouth, that they are talking too much. Don't just leave them alone. They will remember. You may think people are not hearing you. Talk about it through your writing. Talk about it on your page. Wear it. You know, be proud of the product or of the service that you provide, and let people know. Let them know you for it. How do we know Yalakara? Because, you know, people know that that's what she does. So you must, one of the skills, which is very easy, is word of mouth. Talk about what you're doing. Say it everywhere, anywhere, anytime, whether the people are willing to listen or not. Just tell them. Because at the time that they will need that service or product, they will remember what you said at the points that they need it. So talk about it. And then let your friends also help you to market it. I'm just using the, you know, the basic aspect of selling. The basic aspect of selling. Selling. Talk about it. Wear it. Tell your friends. Tell your family members. Tell your neighbors.
Madam, I was opportune. I think while viewing WhatsApp and Facebook, I saw some postings of some people who are selling clothing materials.
Yes.
I saw some people selling shoes. I saw
very regular. So many
entrepreneurs displaying what they do.
Yeah.
And it is better people engage in such activities than to be engaged in frivolous and this immorally.
You know, funny enough, the social media provides the cheapest form of advert for you. It doesn't cost much, just your data. It's the cheapest, and you have higher flow of people paying attention to the product that you're selling, either by whichever form you decide to choose.
Particularly on
TikTok, WhatsApp, and on. Any social media platform, anyone you choose to use, please use it and use every aspect of it. It's better that you work about maybe one or two. If you just spread in too many places, you know, it may affect your consistency. But if they know they can find you on Instagram, or they know they can find you on WhatsApp, be committed to it. It's a lot of hard work to put up those things. But if you are committed to it, it will yield back to you. It will come back to you. Selling is the brain, is the engine of any business. If you're not selling it, if you're not talking to people about it, then you are, I don't think you're doing anything.
Madam, yeah, of course we have produced and we have introduced our products and services and talents to the people. How do you get these people to do proper record keeping and to also manage the business?
Well, thank you so much, sir. I want to add something to the aspect of sales. Whatever you are selling, let's be quality things. Because apart from, you know, being on the social media, we have a lot of fake things even on the social media. And if you are selling and your product is not qualitative enough, you can sell once, but there will not be continuity. There will not be continuity. So it's very, very key. Just don't say because they will say that you sell, and that's why when you go for vocational skill, make sure you learn and you get the best out of it. So after you have sold, the next thing is that you must know whether you are making profits. There was a time I was discussing with someone, and the person made me to understand that, Madam, I'm even tired of this business. I'm even tired of everything. I said, why? He said, I've spent so much money and I'm not, getting anything from it. You collect loan within a month, the money is not there. Because what? They eat both the profits and the capital. And the reason is because they don't keep records. If I have a shop and I'm selling, I don't know what I'm selling. I don't even know whether I'm making profits out of those things that I'm selling.
So practically, how do they keep records?
Thank you, sir. You must make sure that you have your exercise book. Every sale that you make, you write it down. Every expense, you put it down. I said, even if you take 1 naira from your business for your personal need, write it down. If somebody comes to your shop and you decide to buy Coke from the business money, write it down. And that's why we have been encouraging people that you can as well give yourself salary from your business. So that you don't take out of it and say, it's my money. It's not your money. It's business money. So you must make sure you write everything. That's your expense, your sales, and at the end of the month, you check whether you have made profits. Even you do your bank reconciliation. You check your bank. We can see now that even in banks, they just remove interest. They just remove some amount from your money. You don't even know. So all those things are very, very key. Your financial transaction is very key because you are involving money. Money is being involved. And when you start business with 10,000 and there's no record, within 1 month, you cannot account for that 10,000, then it's no more business. So record everything. Make sure you know whether you are making profits, and even your customers. How are you treating your customers? Are you giving them discount? If somebody is, that this is a good customer, how do you treat them so that the customer can come back again? So all those things are very, very key. Record keeping is very important.
That's very nice of you, madam. But this world is full of challenges.
Yeah.
And there's nobody individually, corporate, and not to talk of these entrepreneurs we are talking about. How can they overcome challenges? And what are the challenges that they can be faced, and how do they overcome?
All right. If a life itself is challenging, living is challenging. It's usually said that life is a battle, and sincerely, being in business is a tougher battle, is a tougher challenge. And one of the challenges that business people face is the challenge of, let me start with people. People are the most important aspect of any business. And when I'm talking about people, I'm talking about staffing. It's a major challenge for entrepreneurs. You have high staff turnover. It's a serious challenge. And what is the reason for that? People want to look for greener pastures. So that's one of the challenges that entrepreneurs go through. And another challenge that entrepreneurs go through is government policies. Policies that can emerge. One policy can close down an entire industry. So government policies are also challenges that can face entrepreneurs. And you have the challenge of the environment where we operate in. The people that are within that environment, you have challenge of, I don't want to say competition is a challenge, even though in a way it is, but it's part of what entrepreneurs will go through. And of course, financing
is a good thinking.
Of course. That's why I said I don't want to say it's a challenge, because it's a positive challenge to get you on your toes. And of course, financing is also one of the challenges that entrepreneurs go through. And we can go on and on. The challenges are unending. In fact, I think new challenges are emerging for entrepreneurs. And for the area of staffing, I think another area I want to put as a challenge is the area of research and development. Very important area, is a challenge, is also a very challenging aspect. Let me bring in one of the solutions that I'm thinking of in the area of staffing. When you start a business and you begin to employ people, you must be settled in your mind that people will come and people will go. You cannot keep people from going, because everyone that comes your way, they have vision, they have plans for their lives. So there is a reason why they come into your organization, and there is a reason why they will have to leave at some point in time. And so for the issue of staffing, one of the things that you do with your people is that, yes, train them. But as they begin to know about the business, get them to document what they do on a daily basis. When your staff documents their line of operation on a daily basis, when you bring in someone new, you don't have to start the training afresh. You bring in the documentation, and they go through it to be able to, follow the line of activities. So one of the ways to resolve challenges on staffing is to have those who work for you document their activities, what they do on a daily basis. And then government policies, what do you do with this? Government policies will always come and go. So when these policies come, when there is a change in policy, if whatever aspect of your business that it affects, you have to answer back with innovation. You can't go on in business without constantly innovating, constantly thinking ahead. You have to keep thinking ahead, because governments come and government goes, and they come up with policies. So if they come up with this, in every challenge, in every crisis, you define it two ways. There is a solution within the challenge. If you look critically at the challenge that is facing you, there is a solution within it. So critical thinking is one of the ways you resolve issues that has to do with policies that come up in the course of your business. And of course, I did mention that another challenge that comes up is the challenge of research. Every business that's going to go far must have a research and development unit where people go for constant training and thinking. There's this funny story of a young man that was told in an organization, he says, this man comes into the office, sits down there, crosses his legs, and then pops up his cigarette. And they were asking the man, why is it that this guy doesn't do any other thing than just sits on this table? And the owner of the business replied and said, the last time this man gave us an idea, it solved 1 billion problem for us. So just leave him there, let him sit down there. He is solving, he's thinking ahead, and he will provide a solution. So you must have thinking people, and as an entrepreneur, you can't run away from thinking. You must commit yourself to always brainstorming and always looking for solutions to issues they may come.
Very beautiful. In fact, she got me into thinking too, and that brought me in saying that entrepreneurs and technology, how do you expose them to accepting new technology so that things can prosper for them? Lifestyle, fashion, technology are changing. So how do you now get them encouraged?
Thank you, sir. Well, that as the writer said, there are new technologies. So when you are being trained, they are being trained based on the new technology. They are being trained on the new machines we are using, and we are not using old machines. Like for instance, somebody that is doing tailoring, you have to start using manual. There's electrical one that they are using now. Even the shoemaking, all those. So we have a lot of them like that. So we are even exposing them to technology. And I just want to say something, sorry sir, on the issue of funding. The major problem we are having is funding. It's funding. But we thank God that like the Ministry of Industry and Trade and Investments, they are now assisting us. Like for instance, they introduced us to Women Affairs Ministry, so that we can assist in collaborating with them to train women. And then, they are doing so many things to assist us. And I just want to use this opportunity to tell the governments that governments must be involved in this entrepreneurship. Governments must pour more money in training the youth.
Even institutions.
Institutions, yes.
Private organizations.
Yes, this is very key. So that at least the Nigeria can be better.
That is how much we can also take. It's been wonderful, and my entrepreneurs have been greatly educated, creating enlightenment on the new world for the young ones and the old who are retiring. I can't but thank you so much. Dr. Taiwo, Alakija-Aroyeun, I'm glad to have you here.
Thank you so much, sir.
It's been
Wonderful. Pastor MaryGrace, Israel. It's also nice having you.
Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure having you. Until next week, when we're going to have another topic, I'm Akin Okudero. Thank you out there for being with us always. It's nice knowing that you are there for us. Bye.
Win an all-expense-paid trip to Disneyland in the Indomie Golden Magnet promo. To participate, just buy the Indomie 70 gram pack and look for the magnet inside. Log into www.indomie.ng/Golden Magnet promo to fill in your details and enter your unique magnet code. All the Golden Magnet winners will get to experience the wonders of Disneyland. Silver Magnet winners stand a chance to win amazing prizes. Every pack of Indomie you buy comes with your favorite indomitable magnet. Terms and conditions apply. Indomie.